indictment just unsealed late this morning. As you mentioned, the arraignment will be held this afternoon via teleconference. He was arrested yesterday at Citi Field. It was during a music festival in the afternoon before he performed. He's one of 6 indicted for conspiracy to distribute more than 100 kilograms of controlled substances on Long Island and in New Jersey. And those arrested also include a New Jersey correction officer. Officials say Fetty Wap and others involved transported, distributed deadly and addictive drugs, including heroin and fentanyl on Long Island, deliberately contributing to the opioid epidemic. The multi-million-dollar drug distribution used Suffolk County as their home base. We're told the defendants would get drugs on the West Coast and use the U.S. Postal Service and drivers with hidden compartments to transport the drugs across the country to Suffolk County, where they were stored. Fetty Wap's role, according to officials, a kilogram-level redistributor for the trafficking organization. As part of the investigation, approximately $1.5 million in cash, cocaine, heroin, fentanyl pills, handguns, pistols, and ammo were recovered. This is in Fetty Wap's first run-in with the law. The 30-year-old, whose real name is Willie Junior Maxwell II, faced 3 counts of battery after allegedly assaulting employees at a hotel 2 years ago. He was also arrested in 2017 and charged with DUI after police say he was caught drag racing in New York City. The rapper is best known for his 2015 hit Trap Queen. He just dropped his newest project, The Butterfly Effect, a 17-track mixtape in honor of his 4-year-old daughter who passed away in June due to a cardiac arrhythmia. Now, in a statement, Fetty Wap's attorney says, quote, "We pray that this is all a big misunderstanding. He sees the judge today. We're hoping he gets released so we can clear things up expeditiously." And now we reached out to his publicist and also his representative, and we have not heard back. Once again, the arraignment taking place via teleconference later on this afternoon.
I don't even know where to start. Especially in a time like this where it's like getting caught for any type of drugs is like detrimental to basically your life, especially when you're touching at least the ages of 30 and beyond. You know what I mean? Because especially the type of drugs that these people are allegedly involved in. You know what I mean? Like, you're talking about a highly addictive drug, fentanyl. Like, I always wondered deep down in my head still, like, I don't knock anybody that does what they do to feed their family or whatever. But for me personally, it's like, to sell something that is going to kill your client doesn't make any sense to me. And to sell something that's going to give you like more time than any other drug, it doesn't make any sense to me, because it's like the retention rate for me doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? And I'm just speaking on my behalf. I don't know anything about the situation. I don't know how he got into the situation. I don't know how he got involved in the situation. My presumption of the whole thing was that he was supposed to be performing at the Rolling Loud concert in New York, and he was supposed to come back with his like Trap Queen and release some new music off of his Butterfly Effect album. So to find out that he got arrested actually at the venue, this goes to show again also when people say like we cannot perform anywhere in our own city because the police target us. I understand that, you know, you might be like, these guys are trying to incite violence with their lyrics and try to always like be standing on their ops' heads and shit like that. But at the same time, you have to understand, if they're speaking on their life experiences, right, and they're trying to get away from something, right, like they're going to be telling you what they've been through. So when you're shutting down these kids' shows and you're doing all of this stuff, you're forcing them actually to go back to the streets and actually sell dope, commit robberies. So it actually starts at home, because really think about it. Out of all places, I would have never thought that he would got arrested at a Rolling Loud concert, even though from the other day we're seeing that these club promoters, these venues are working more closely with the police. But at the same time, I wasn't expecting like a big investigation like that to crack down at a venue. Like you could have had like a family with their children there. You know what I mean? Like anybody could have been there. But like I said, you know what I mean? Like hopefully all the charges against him are exonerated in court. Hopefully as right now they're just alleged. So, his lawyer's saying they trying to work some shit out, try to see if he even had anything to do with it. Because, like, again, he could be a scapegoat. There's a lot of people out here that are scapegoats. You know that. He could just be the face of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Fetty Wap's been pretty quiet for a couple of years. Well, he's been really, really quiet, really, really quiet. So at the end of the day, I don't really understand how his name got caught up in something like this. And to be honest, me personally, I would never be the person that's like the face of this shit. Because at the end of the day, think about it. If you go down, you're the breadwinner. You're the forefront of the whole situation. How are they gonna put your name on top of all of that shit? Bro, honestly, I wish him the best, but the way how these things happen and the way how these things play out in court, it's like one of those things where he's probably just gonna have to sit and just wait it out. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, bro, those charges are heavy. Honestly, we don't even know Fetty Wap more than what we see, because at the end of the day, to me, he's a pretty private person. You know what I mean? I don't see him on social media a lot. He has his own personal stuff that he's going through on the outside of that too. So no one's really aware of these people unless the people that's in their lives and stuff like that. But I believe that at the end of the day, that anything that you're doing, you should never be directly involved in it, because if you're the breadwinner, I don't understand how this is going to play out. And because if the money stops, everything stops, and everybody knows that. Even with his friends right now, I hope that this is all alleged, and I hope there's no flipping, and I hope there's nobody going to turn on each other and stuff like that, because this is going to end crazy for him. I don't know, man. Sometimes I think these police officers, what they do is they wait and 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 they gather information. They just gather. And it's like, you can't be that naive to know that these police ain't on you like that. Like, when you come out as an artist and you start putting your music out there like that, you have to understand there's going to be some type of backlash. I don't care who it's from. It's probably going to be from the public or it's going to be from the police. But I'm telling you this right now, there's going to be some type of backlash. So it's either y'all niggas start retaining your lawyers or you start hiring security. Simple. You can't be saying, you got a $250,000 watch and you can't afford a security guard for $40 an hour. Even if $100 an hour, you can't afford a security guard to protect your life. That don't even make sense. If you got to be out here hustling, you physically out here hustling, bro, it doesn't make sense. So either the money doesn't make sense or you don't make sense. So the lies got to be stopped being told or portrayed and letting people know that, it's all coming from the music, or the streets got to stop telling you that the music is the way out. Because somewhere they don't meet, you know what I mean? And when you cross those lines, they end up turning into a heavy collision, head-on heavy collision. And there's no way to get out of this. You know what I mean? The only people getting rich out of this is lawyers, to be honest, and funeral homes, to be honest. If black people were smart, we would invest in funeral homes and send all our kids to school to be lawyers. Facts. Because it doesn't make any sense right now. But I hope he gets through this. You know what I mean? I hope all these charges are just allegations. And I hope that he's able to clear his name. Because he just released his project, The Butterfly Effect, and has a couple bangers on there. You know what I mean? So it seems like he's trying to build back up his momentum. You know what I mean? And who knows, if he hit that stage, maybe it would have brought him back to life. So I hope that all of these stuff get cleared up and he's able to move forward with his life. But until then, we're just going to keep you posted, and we'll follow up at a later date and let you guys know what exactly is taking place. And if it does go to a court proceedings or anything, we'll let you know if they will be televised or if there will be a media ban. All right, everybody, just comment, like, subscribe. You know what I mean? Let me know what topics you guys want to talk about. This is